welcome everybody to Wednesday Night Yin. You should be on your back right now, allowing yourself the chance to just arrive. Letting your focus come to your breath. Become aware of your breath as you lie here. Right? It's yin, so we don't have to control it. But give it your full focus. Let it take over. Let it draw you to your mat. So become aware of your breathing, become aware of your body. Let your breath pull your body even further down to the mat to become heavy. Let yourself just sink into the mat. Now, when you're ready to start moving, just keep your left leg extended long. Take your right knee, hug it in to your chest. Right, and then from there, you're going to take your right hand straight out to the right side. Take your left hand outside your right knee and just guide that right knee over to the left side of your body. So we're going to do a little twist here. We're trying to angle myself a little bit differently here. So just see everything. more breaths right here. Just in a single knee twist. Keep that left shoulder anchored. Take your gaze right now over your left shoulder. Let that hip start to open up. And from here, you're going to take your right leg, so that's your top leg, right? And just kick it long. It doesn't matter if your knee is on the ground, but kick your foot, let your foot come to the ground, and kick that leg as straight as you can, right? And then take your left arm out to a T. So you're not pressing down on your right knee anymore. Both arms are out to a T. Then start to lower your left hand. By lower, I mean slide it along the floor. Start to reach it towards your right leg. Maybe you can grab on to those right toes with your left hand. You're just reaching towards it. Your chest starts to face more up towards the ceiling. You're still reaching that left arm out long. Just take a couple breaths right here. Now from here, you're going to bend into your left knee. Bring your left heel towards your left glute. Right, so your left knee's still on the ground. And then from there, start to slide your right hand down. And maybe you can take your right hand and grab a hold of your left foot. Now see, I've lifted my left foot up to meet my right hand, but then I'm going to put it all back down, and you're going to put your left shoulder back down on the ground if you're grabbing, so that your chest still points up towards the ceiling. Right, so again, you can slide that left hand down as low as you can. Maybe you don't get to your foot and you're just sliding that left hand down. It's okay, right? Keep that left shoulder down. Keep your chest pointing up towards the sky. Stay right here for a few more breaths. And from there, let everything release, right? Kick your left leg back long. Let your arms go back out to a T. Bend back in to your right knee. And then you're going to pull that right knee back up to center. Take both hands, just hug it around your right knee again. Give that right knee a nice pull back in. And then let's try all that on the other side. So let your right leg, go all the way along here. Take your left knee, hug it into your chest. Right, and let's take our basic twist here, right? You're releasing your left hand, just letting it go out to a T. You're taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee, just guiding that left knee over to the right side of your body. See, I don't get that far down here on this side. Push that knee down. I'm starting to feel it. I'm definitely feeling it in my left hip. That's what we want here, just to open up that hip a little bit. Keep your left shoulder anchored. Keep your gaze going to the left. From here, let that left leg just kick all the way straight. Get your foot's on the ground. Take that right arm, left arm, we'll still into a T right now, right? And then you're gonna take your right hand, start to slide it down towards your left foot. Again, maybe you grab onto your left ankle or your left toes. Maybe you just brush your fingertips against your left knee. Doesn't really matter, right? For now, keep that right arm extended. Keep that right shoulder down. Let your chest start to face up towards the ceiling. Now from here, you're just going to bend into that right knee. Bring your right heel towards your right glute. Right, and then you're going to slide that left hand down. Again, maybe here you can make that connection with your left foot and your right hand. If not, it's okay. You're just reaching towards it. Keep that right shoulder root to the ground. Take your gaze up to the ceiling now. Right, let your chest face up towards the ceiling. Just take a few more breaths here. Release that right foot, kick it back long, bend back into your left knee, right? And then you're gonna pull that left knee back up, roll back onto your back, hug both knees around your left hand here, right? Try to get that left knee in. Now, let your left leg go all the way long, hug your right knee back into your chest. And then from there, just take your left hand to your right ankle. Right? You're still got that knee up to the sky. You're just kind of pulling the right foot a little bit across towards the left side of your body. Right? Now bend in to your left knee. So you're putting your left foot on the ground, and then you're going to pick your left foot up. Bring that left knee to touch the back of the right knee. Right? So you make this little crisscross with your legs. And then from there, you're going to take your right hand, grab onto your left ankle. So we're going to paperclip. Now, the more you pull those knees into your chest, the more you're going to feel it in your right hip. The more you pull the ankles away from your body, the more you're going to feel it. You don't have to do any of that, especially in yin, right? You don't have to yank. Just let your body naturally fall where it wants to be. Let yourself just be okay with whatever sensations are coming to your body here. Now, release your legs here, right? So release your ankles, unwind your legs, just come into a happy baby, right? So your legs are still up to the sky, your feet separate now slightly or a lot, your knees are bent slightly or a lot. You're gonna reach up for your same foot with your same hand this time. Roll that sacrum, the low part of your back onto the mat, maybe rock from side to side a little bit. You guys are all used to doing happy baby at the end of classes, not the end of class, right? Let yourself still enjoy the happy baby. Make it happy for you. It's more where it feels really, really good. here, release your legs. Don't worry, we're gonna go back and do that paper clip on the other side, right? But right now, I just want you to take both feet and drop them to the ground, right? Grab your block. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna come up into a supported bridge. As you're lying here on your back, your knees are up to the sky, your feet are on the ground. Just lift your hips up, slide that block underneath your hips. Let your hips rest on the block. I've got mine at my lowest level, which is fine for our purposes here. If you want to make it more, right, you can always flip that block up to its medium level. Or if you really want to open your back tonight, maybe kick it up to its highest level if that feels natural to you and good. Keep your knees right over your hips. Let your shoulders kind of roll open so they're on the ground, your chest is opening. Let's just take 4 breaths here. Now, as you're here in the supported bridge, right, just push the balls of your feet into the mat and lift your heels up off the mat. So you're still in supported bridge. You're just lifting the heels, and that calves start to open a little bit more. Just hold it here for a few more breaths. From here, keep the balls of the left foot still pressing into the floor, and just take your right leg, kick it straight up to the sky. And see which feels better. Does it feel better when you point your toes straight up to the ceiling? Does it feel better when you flex your foot and press your heel towards the ceiling? Whichever one feels good, that's where I want you to hold just for a couple breaths. Feel like you have to put your left heel down here. You can, but if it feels okay to keep it up, keep it up. Now bend back into that right knee, right? Drop your right toes back to the mat. Pushing the balls of that right foot into the mat, lifting the right heel, and then kick your left leg up to the sky. Right, now same thing here, right? Play with it a little bit. Get that leg nice and straight. Does it feel better to point your toes up towards the ceiling? Does it feel better to flex your foot and push your heel up towards the ceiling? And then from there, bend back into that left knee, right? And then let those left toes land back on the ground. And then from there, just let both heels come to the ground. Right now, you're gonna bring your feet nice and close together here, right? So your knees are still over your ankles, but your big toes are touching, right? And then from there, let the soles of your feet come together, right? So come onto the knife edge of your feet. Let your knees fall open. So you're here on the supported reclining bound ankle. Now just a couple times, right? You're here in this supported reclining bound ankle. Bring your knees back together, put the soles of your feet back on the ground. And then open up again. So it's like you're flapping your wings. Your knees are the wings. Just do that 3 or 4 times. And then eventually, you're going to settle with your knees all the way open. Just stay right there for a few breaths. If you want to move your hands here, you can. Right? Maybe they come out to a T or they go overhead. They rest on your belly. A little bit more intense here with our hips elevated. Reclining bound ankle. knees back together. Put your feet back on the ground. Lift your hips slightly here. Slide that block out from underneath your hips. And then let your hips settle all the way back down to the mat. All right, now as your legs settle back down to the mat, right, this time you're going to take that right leg, let it go all the way along with your heel on the ground. Take your left knee, hug it into your chest. All right, and then you're going to take your right hand to your left ankle and kind of pull that left foot across towards the right side of your body. And then bend into your right knee, put your right hip on put your right foot on the ground, right? And then lift your right knee up, tag that right knee to the back of the left knee, and then reach up with your right hand, grab on to your left ankle. I said that backwards. Reach up with your left hand, grab onto your right ankle. Is that what I said? I don't even know. Whatever. You should be grabbing your opposite ankle with your opposite hand. Right? Pull those knees into your chest as much as feels good to you. Pull them away from your body as much as feels good to you. Right? And then just let yourself relax into it with whatever sensation is coming in your hips. That's mostly where you're going to get the sensation in your arms or your knees. Right? Just let yourself be still with it. Let's take a minute or so here. Just stay right there. Now release your ankles here. Unwind your legs. We're coming back to that happy baby. Okay? The body's just going to go right back to where it knows it felt good last time. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what we want, right? Start to rock from side to side. That's part of what felt good. Let yourself enjoy this happy baby. Take both knees, hug them into your chest. Now you're going to take your hands here to the crease of your knees. We're going to rock up into an easy sit position. Right? It doesn't matter which leg is in front, put your more comfortable leg in front as we come up. Right? And then make sure that your sit bones are nice and firmly on the mat. Right? Take your right hand outside your right hip, right? You're just placing that right arm on the ground. Now you're going to take your left hand up to the sky and then bend into your left elbow. Grab the right side of your head with your left fingertips and just pull your head over toward your left shoulder. Right? Press down into the mat with that right hand like you're pushing the floor away from you. You're trying to create as much space as possible here between your right ear and your right shoulder. Stretching out the neck. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Switch it out. Release that left hand. Drop it all the way down, right just outside your left hip. Take your right hand up to the sky. Bend into your right elbow. Grab the left side of your head with your right fingertips. And pull that right ear toward your right shoulder. Push that left hand down to the floor. Create that space. left hand here, or your right hand. Take both hands, sweep them up to the sky. Turn your palms towards the top of your mat. And then drop your hands down in front of your shins. Walk out into that forward fold. Keeping your hips on the ground. Taking your legs as far forward as they'll go otherwise. Walk it back up here, nice and slow. Right. Now take your hands and just sweep them back behind you, right? Both hands are going to land behind you, fingertips towards the glutes, lean into your hands, right? Let yourself lean back. Pull your shoulder blades together, push your chest towards the ceiling, take your chin towards the ceiling. There's your little back bend. If you want to push up and lift your hips because that feels good, do it. Right? You don't have to do it just to prove that you can lift your hips. Just if you need it to get a little deeper into the back bend. You're going to slowly lower your hips if you lifted them, push back up with your hands, right, come back up to your regular seated position. As we come back up here, we're going to switch out our legs, right, bring that opposite leg in front. Settle in, you have to shift a little bit like I just did, just make sure those sit bones are on the mat, even with your awkward leg in front. Right, now this time you're going to take your right hand, bring it all the way back behind you, right, so your palm is on the mat behind your right hip. And then take your left hand, just bring it around outside your right knee. And then pull against your right knee so that your bend is your left elbow, so your chest starts to open towards the right side of the room. You're taking your chin and your gaze over your right shoulder. Let's twist the other way, right? So lift up your hands. You're just going to kind of come around. You're going to drop that left hand back behind you. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Pull against that left knee. Maybe bend a little bit into the right elbow. So your chest starts to open to the left and you're looking over your left shoulder. Unwind here, come back to center. Now sweep your hands up to the sky, right? Palms towards the front of the room. Let's take that forward fold right here. So drop your hands in front of your shins and just walk as far forward as you can. Maybe letting those elbows come down. You stand on your palms. Maybe all you did was get your palms barely down to the floor. It's okay. Whatever sensations going on in your hips, just let yourself stay in stillness through it. behind you. Lay back onto your palms. Pull your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Look up. Right, so it's the same back bend. We're just doing it a second time with this awkward leg in front. If you want to lift your hips here, go for it. You don't have to. If you lifted your hips, drop them back down. Push yourself all the way back up. Now from here, let's take both legs just straight out in front of us. Take your hands to your sides. Just gonna patty kick your legs a little bit. Definitely go back into the knees. We haven't crunched up for a while. All right, and then from there, keep that right leg. No, keep your left leg. No, keep your right leg extended forward. We're just gonna do a basic half butterfly forward fold. So your right leg is gonna extend. You're gonna bend into your left knee. Put the sole of the left foot against the right inner thigh. Turn your torso towards your right leg and just fold right over that right leg. If you naturally reach your toes, sure, grab onto them, right? But if that doesn't naturally happen for you, you don't have to force it here, right? Let your hands land where they're gonna land. Let your chest come as far forward as it's gonna come. Just let yourself feel whatever sensations come into your right hamstring. We're slowly going to peel back up here, right? And now, as you come all the way back up, you're going to take your left foot, right? Lift it up. Just put that left ankle on top of your right thigh, right? Not right on top of your kneecap, but a little bit in front, right? Up on your quad a little bit, right? And then bend into your right knee. Put the sole of your right foot on the ground, right? And then you're going to roll all the way back down. I'm going to block behind me, which is done, right? And you're just going to roll down onto your back. Okay? So you end up here. It's kind of eye of the needle position. Now you can stay right here if this is enough for you. You can stay sitting up. You don't ever have to roll onto your back, right? You could just be doing this pose from here, and your hands come back behind you, right? Or you can pick that right foot up and start to draw it towards your body. Draw that right leg towards your body, wrapping your hands around your right thigh or your right shin in your full thread the needle. Or eye of the needle, sorry. Right? It's your choice. Yeah. Wherever you go, whatever feels good, that's what you're doing. Just let yourself be still through whatever sensations that brought to your body. that right foot up, set it back down. And then you're just gonna let yourself roll over to the right as that left foot comes to the mat. You just use it to push yourself back up, right? So we're gonna come back around to seated with our legs extended in front of us. That made sense, right? Once you get there, now you're gonna keep your left leg all the way forward. Bend into your right knee, bring the sole of your right foot against your left inner thigh. Angle yourself towards that left leg, and then just fold over the left leg. Probably going to be a little different on this side than it was on the other side. Maybe you're getting further down into this pose here. Maybe you're not getting as far. It's all okay. Your chest comes as far forward as it's going to come. Let your hands slide as far forward as they're going to go. Slowly peel up here. As you peel all the way up here, now you're going to pick up your right foot. Put that right ankle on top of your left knee. Right. Then bend, I shouldn't say on top of your knee, on top of your thigh. Bend into that left knee. So your left foot's on the floor. Right. You can stay right here, sitting up with your leaning back on your hands. Right. Or you can let yourself come all the way down to your back. Once you're down on the ground, you can stay right here with your left foot on the ground. Maybe pick that left foot up, take your hands behind your left thigh or around your left shin, and pull that left leg closer into your body, getting that nice stretch in your right hip. Here, let your right foot float back down. Left foot, sorry, release behind that left leg. And then you're gonna roll to the left so you can plant that right foot on the floor. Push yourself all the way back up. Let both legs come in front of you here, straight out in front of you. Reach your hands up to the sky, lengthen out. And then just fold over your legs here. Just a little counter to everything we did, right? Full forward fold. the way back up. Right, as you peel it all the way back up, right? Now you're gonna bend into your knees, swing them around back behind you. I want you to come to your belly with your head towards the front of the room, right? Little grand finale here. Right, so as we come to our belly, you're gonna bring your arms right now to cactus arms, right? So it looks like this. Right, you can have your head down on the mat. I'm just lifting my head for now, so I'm not tucking into the floor, and we're gonna turn our head later, okay? But right now, you're gonna take your right knee, slide it up towards your right elbow. So your foot's not coming off the ground, your knee's not coming up off the ground. You're just sliding it forward into a little half frog. You can see the camera, right? I slid that right knee up. Right, now, you're gonna take your left ear to the mat. So you're looking to the right. And then you're gonna take your left fingertips, turn them towards the right side of the room. Slide that left arm underneath your right armpit, right? So your left fingertips are reaching towards the right side of the room. You guys are all looking over here, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, right? So you're here, and you're gonna let your head come down. You're just looking over there to the right. Your right elbow's on the ground, your left hand's all on the ground, the side of your head's on the ground. If you can't get your head to the ground and it's not comfortable, bring your block or your blanket under your head, give it a little prop. Now from here, you're gonna lift up your right arm, right? Your left arm is gonna stay where it is. Your right knee is gonna stay right where it is. Lift up your right arm, right? Reach it up towards the ceiling, and then let it come all the way around, right? So you're gonna roll over onto your back, right? Let your left shoulder hit the ground. So now you've got both arms out wide, and that right knee over towards the left side, or that left knee, right knee over towards right knees towards the right side, yes. Like, let's help you out. This is where we are, right? But your chest is up towards the ceiling. This is the important thing, right? Chest is facing the ceiling. Maybe your right knee pulled up a little bit, mine did. Keep your right foot on the ground, right? You don't want to elevate that leg in space, right? So you can change the bend of your right knee if you need to. You can put a block under your knee if you need to. But get your chest to face the ceiling. I want you guys to stay right here for a minute or so. here. Right, so you're gonna pick up your right hand, or sorry, your left hand. No, that's your right hand. Never mind, I'm totally wrong, right? Right hand, you're gonna lift it up, bring it across, right? And just place that right hand on top of the left, and then pull both knees together, right? And then from there, right, you're just gonna let yourself roll back over onto your belly. All right, let's do that on the other side. So your arms are out long, or no, your arms are gonna come to cactus arms at first, forehead on the mat. Slide your left knee up towards your left elbow, right? Start with that basic half frog here. Take a couple breaths there. You can turn your right ear to the mat so you're looking towards your left elbow. Right. And then you're going to take that right hand, turn your right fingertips towards the left side of the room. Slide those right fingertips underneath your left armpit. So your right arm is reaching straight towards the left side of the room. And then again, you're going to let that right ear come to the mat and looking over to the left. All right. Now from here, right, you're going to take that left arm, lift it up, let it reach towards the sky, come all the way around, and open up. I'm going to go like all the way up the camera here. You get the idea. Right, so your left shoulder's on the ground, your chest is facing up towards the ceiling. So look at that bend left knee as your chest comes up. You can turn both your palms face down. You can turn them both face up. Put one down or the other. Stay here for the next minute. All right, now let's make our way out of this. Turn both palms to the ceiling now. Take your left hand, bring it up and around. Just put it on top of your right hand and bend into your right knee. Just curled into this fetal position with your arms extended. And then from here, we're going to set up for our final pose. So for our Shavasana, so you don't have to come back to your belly. You can roll right to your back. You're facing the back of the room. So I don't care if you don't care, right? Or you can bring yourself around to the front of the room. You can't go onto your belly. Just find somewhere where you want to be for your final Shavasana. Right? Somewhere where you're perfectly comfortable, where you're going to be able to stay perfectly still, where your mind is going to be able to go perfectly quiet.
guys. Fall asleep here. You're a little dark.
Gosh, it went by so fast.
I know.
Once you found your spot, let yourself just sink into it. Just like I talked about before. Beginning of this, right? Feel heavy. Whatever's touching the mat, just let it sink into the mat. Let your breath take over here. Let it begin to guide you. Keep noticing your breath. Keep it focused on your breath so that you can keep following your breath. As you allow your breath to take over, it will take you right to a place where there's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. That's your true quiet mind. Slowly start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, feeling that increased sensation that comes with a quiet mind. If you want to here, take your arms overhead. Do a nice full, deep body stretch. And from there, we'll just roll over onto our right side, in a fetal position. Take a couple breaths right there, just to reacclimate to our space. Sights, the sounds, they won't come back to you. As long as you need right here. Then when you're ready, only when you're ready, push yourself up to seated. And we will close here. Alright, let's close with our two Bhamari breaths and then an Om. Bhamari breath breath, we inhale. As we exhale, make a little humming sound in the back of the throat. The Om, we use the universal syllable uses all parts of the throat. You can join me in the breath, so you can just listen. But let's close our eyes here. We'll inhale together. Inhaling again. And then we'll inhale one final time and Om. Let your eyes drift open. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy, your practice with me this evening. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. I will see you guys all on Saturday for some slow flow, so come join me for that. I hope you all have a great rest of your week.